Hello, my name is swissbianco. Today we have a closer look on the Wenger titanium line. This Swiss Army knife is a brand new construction. It's a good 3/4 years old now. It's made in Switzerland, of course, and it has a unique construction with the locking mechanism and some other features that I'm gonna point out. So in this line there are 3 different models so far with different tools, and we're gonna first start with the big box one, the Uli Steck. We put the other 2 on the side. So as we get the box of that knife, it looks like this. It's the Uli Steck special edition. Uli Steck is a Swiss mountaineer. There are some videos on YouTube where he did climb the mountains. He had some speed records. It's pretty amazing if you watch him how he does. So as we open up the box, we have in the cover a DVD with some movies about Uli Steck and the new Swiss Army knife, the titanium line that he helped create and design. Also there is the paperwork, pretty much advertising. You find those information on YouTube already too. So inside the box we have the titanium Swiss Army knife. It's neoprene like sheet and 2 bits. So we're gonna start first with the knife. As you take it out, that's how it looks like. The blade has some big holes for use as keys for nuts and something like that you can use it a bit to tighten them or to loosen them up. You can also use them as a one-hand opening device. Basically it's designed as a 2-hand opening, but it works like this. The holes are nice rounded. There are markings on the blade in which direction you can use it for loosen or tighten the screws. On the back side on the scales we see the Uli Steck in the titanium handle. The titanium handles are really nice made, nice contoured, and on the front we have the Wenger logo, basically a Swiss cross in a pretty much square shield. Also we have Wenger titanium, and this hole in the back is for the bits that I will show you a bit later. This ridge on the blade is also be used as a screwdriver. I hope you see it on the video. To use the screwdriver and the holes on with the blade in the open position, be careful not that you slip and cut yourself. So to close the blade you can either use this tab here, it's basically like a liner lock construction, or you press in on the Wenger logo. I press it in, I can close it, or I just do like that and close it. It has a bit kind of half position on the blade, so as you close it that you don't cut yourself. So that's a nice feature, I like that a lot. It's handy, convenient. The handle is not too big, actually it's a 85mm handle length, By Swiss Army knives we always count the measurement of the handle in millimeter, and that gives the category of the Swiss Army knife. So this one has 85 millimeters, pretty much, so that falls into that category. So on this version of the titanium we have the main blade with the liner lock in combination of the button lock. Then we have a metal file saw combination. Uli did point out he need sometimes to resharpen his mountaineer equipment, and that's why it is there. So he has a sharp file and metal saw with him all the time. This part is not locking, it's just the main blade that is locking. Of course we have the can opener in case he get hungry on the mountain. And the other tool, who is also not locking, is a traditional bottle opener, screwdriver, wire stripper combination. So we have basically 3 layers in this Swiss Army knife. And a good feature is the hole. So the box comes with spare bit. It's basically a standard bit size that you can get pretty much everywhere over the world. You push it in, it locks. It's not a positive lock, you can drag it out, but still it won't fall out. It's spring-loaded kind of lock, so you can use that as a screwdriver. That is pretty handy. You need basically a little bit longer bits. It's easier to work with longer bits than with shorter ones. So that's about this. And now the sheet is made out of kinda, yeah, neoprene-ish feeling material. Nice print on it as we open it up. There is the manual. That space is for the Swiss Army knife. And on top here you can put in different bits. So it has space for 3 bits. And the Velcro keep it closed, secured. And on the back side we have, of course, a belt loop. It's a new approach on a sheet. You can also carry it in your pocket using a cord. Lash a cord here and put the other end of the cord on your belt or on your belt loop. So that's a secondary securement. And of course the Swiss Army knife has itself a split ring. That was essential too if you go to the mountains or any activity where you could lose the Swiss Army knife, that you can put it on a cord. The manual of this Swiss Army knife, pretty tight folded. It starts on the left with Wenger titanium line. It explains you the different tools and functions, the different parts of the knife. And how to operate it. It's I just see something. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. They on the knife there is no wood saw, but on the manual they added the wood saw. So this feature was later dropped. I just saw that. So they show you how to open it up, how to lock it, how to close it, a bit about the warranty, and of course the signature of Mr. Hook. So this explains how it works. That's about this version. Now there are two more versions of this knife. We start with the 16998, the titanium 2. As we unbox the sheet, the knife is in the same material of a sheet. It's absolute the same sheet. The bits are already in here, nice and tidy. The knife and the manual. So we see the difference on this knife. There is no Uli Steck shield. The rest is pretty much the same. We have the same blade, but we have a different tool combination. So this is a 2-layer Swiss Army knife. And here we have the wood saw. So we have a main blade and the wood saw on the titanium 2. And on the titanium 1, the 16997. As I open the box, we have the same sheet, the same bits. Of course you can add a third bit and you can interchange them. There is all kinds of bits that you can get. And here we have the same, the Wenger titanium, and on the back side there is no Uli Steck edition. The main blade, and with this one we have only the main blade. There is no secondary tool, so we can use the main blade and the bits, and that's it. It makes a bit a slimmer knife. Not much, but it's about the handle thickness, about 3mm. It is slimmer. So I did test out this knife for a good while now. It was brand new a good time ago. I did see it on the SHOT Show 2011 the first time, and I like it a lot. The handle is great, the locking is great. With the tools, they are not interchangeable with the other Wenger Swiss Army knives tools. So they did create a new system for this Swiss Army knife. They say it was needed because of the bit holder. So I hope it was worth it. So there is a bit limited possibilities on what kind of tools we could combine in that Swiss Army knife. So the maximum would be a Uli Steck edition plus a wood saw right now. What I really don't like on this knife is the blade. As many of you, the blade looks a bit ugly. It has its purposes and it works pretty good with one hand opening and cutting and all that. It just looks a bit strange, unusual, and I would personally not use it with these 4 features. That is a bit dangerous if you slip off. So for me, I don't have a use for those 4 functions. I would rather have had a scissor on it or some of those tools, but this Swiss Army knife line is at its start, so we will see what we get in the future. Of course there will be more different toolings for sure, like a scissor, That is the most tool that is wanted by the people, and maybe some less expensive versions of the scale. The price, the retail price of this Swiss Army knife is relatively high because of the titanium material. Titanium is first class, and the scales on this knife are really absolute nice made. And I hope I can make some custom limited edition versions too later, as the knife is in full production, with adding a pocket clip and maybe a Damascus blade in a standard shape, one hand shape, and of course a pocket clip is also not on the handle yet. So there is lots of possibilities, and we will see how it goes for the future. And that, as I said, this design I like a lot. It's a great Swiss Army knife, and everybody should check it out, get it in their hands, and have at least the feeling about it, how that feels that well in your hand. That much about the Wenger titanium line, brand new Swiss Army knife in the 85mm class. It's made by Wenger in Delemont, Switzerland.